Hi, in this video, I'm sharing 5 interesting facts about gold, jewelry, and the industry as a whole. I hope you find them useful. 1. Rhino can export STL files for 3D printing. Rhino is one of the most popular 3D design softwares in the world. What makes it especially useful for jewelry designers is that it can export files in the STL format. Why is STL so important? Because STL is the language that 3D printers understand. When you design a ring, a pendant, or any jewelry piece in Rhino, you can save it as an STL file and send it directly to a 3D printer. That printed model, usually in wax or resin, is then used for casting the final piece in gold, silver, or any other metal. In other words, STL is the bridge between your digital design and the physical world. And that's what makes Rhino so powerful for jewelers. 2. MatrixGold is one of the strongest jewelry design softwares in the world. When it comes to professional jewelry design, MatrixGold is often at the top of the list. It's actually built on Rhino, but it takes things a step further. It's specialized for jewelry. MatrixGold gives designers tools that are made specifically for this industry. For example, you can control the thickness of the metal, calculate the weight of gold before production, or define the exact size and number of stones you want to set. This makes the whole process more precise and efficient. That's why many jewelry houses and international brands rely on MatrixGold for their collections. It's not just another 3D software. It's a powerful, industry-focused tool. 3. 3D printing has increased production speed. Before 3D printing, the process of making jewelry was much slower. Designers had to draw everything by hand, and then wax model makers would spend hours, sometimes days, carving the model manually, before it could even go to casting. Today, with 3D printing, things are completely different. You can design a piece digitally, print a wax or resin model in just a few hours, and move straight into casting. This has cut down production time dramatically. Not only is it faster, but it also reduces human error. Complex and delicate designs that were almost impossible to make by hand can now be printed with incredible accuracy. That's why 3D printing isn't just a trend. It's a game changer for the entire jewelry industry. 4. The final gold weight can be estimated in 3D design. One of the biggest advantages of 3D jewelry design is that you can estimate the weight of the piece before it's ever produced. In softwares like MatrixGold, or even Rhino with jewelry-specific plugins, once your design is complete, you can assign the material, for example, 1 4K or 1 8K gold. Based on the volume and dimensions of the model, the software calculates the approximate weight. This brings several benefits. 1. Cost estimation. Both the designer and the customer can know the approximate cost before production. 2. Material management. Since you know the weight in advance, there's less waste of precious metal. 3. Design adjustments. If the piece is too heavy or too light, you can change the design before sending it to print or casting. In the past, you had to physically create the piece to know its weight. But now, with digital design, you can make informed decisions even before 3D printing starts. This is one of the reasons why CAD design has become so valuable. It saves time, reduces cost, and gives clarity for both jewelers and clients. 5. Many global brands create their initial designs with software in today's jewelry industry. Even the biggest and most luxurious brands rely on CAD software for their initial designs. Why? Because software makes the process faster, more accurate, and much easier to modify. Instead of sketching dozens of versions on paper or carving wax models by hand, designers can build their ideas directly in programs like MatrixGold or Rhino. With just a few clicks, they can try different stone sizes, adjust proportions, or even simulate how light will reflect on the finished piece. This digital approach also allows design teams to collaborate more effectively. A brand's creative director in Paris, for example, can review a design made by a modeler in New York instantly. No need to wait for physical samples. That's why so many world-famous brands, from high jewelry houses to modern fashion lines, begin their collections with CAD models. It ensures precision, saves time, and gives them the flexibility to bring creative ideas to life much faster than traditional methods ever could. Hit that subscribe button so you can catch the next 5 fascinating facts.